my name is Trudy Cox. Welcome to my website and blog, livingessentiallyhealthy.com. I am so glad you're here. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you are a regular viewer of my blog, thank you so much for returning to watch this segment. Today I'm going to talk to you about hot flashes and what triggers them. Now obviously menopause is a huge trigger for hot flashes when we go to that, but there's also other factors that can play into your hot flashes. My top three are my guilty pleasures in life, and I'm going to just discuss those here with you. So my number one trigger, because it's a guilty pleasure of mine that I like to indulge in on the weekends and sometimes in the evenings, and I will be indulging today because it's actually July 3rd. Tomorrow's a holiday. I can stay up late and we're going to party. And that is alcohol, red wine especially, is a trigger. Also love me some margaritas. So whenever I drink alcohol, and I'm not talking just a glass of wine or a margarita, those will not trigger a hot flash. It's when you go to the lake, like we're gonna go to the lake tomorrow and hang out with friends, I'm probably gonna ingest a bottle of wine in its entirety, or maybe 2 to 3 margaritas at the lake. I don't know what I'm gonna drink tomorrow, but it will be more than a glass or 2 of wine. And so you can bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow night, when I'm asleep, I will wake up in the middle of the night, and at least 1 or 2 other times after that. So probably 2 to 3 times I will wake up flashing. So alcohol, that's a trigger. So maybe you can start to see a pattern. I saw the pattern, and that's how I figured out that alcohol was a trigger for me. Another trigger for me is coffee or caffeine. I don't drink a whole lot of coffee. I might have a glass in the mornings, but come the cold winter months and I'm at home on a rainy, cold, snowy, drizzly day and I want to stay in my pajamas and under a blanket, I'm going to have maybe 3 to 4 cups of coffee throughout that day. And guess what? That caffeine is going to trigger hot flashes. So do you drink a lot of coffee? Are you flashing a lot? Maybe that's a pattern for you and a trigger that you should look at. And so then my third and final guilty pleasure, that's a huge trigger for hot flashes, is spicy foods. Now I'm a Texan. I don't know if you can tell from my accent, but I live in Texas, and I grew up with Mexican food, or Tex-Mex, and I love it. And my husband and I and kids, we probably get it once a week at a minimum, and we make it. We make homemade tortilla chips, and we can put away chips and salsa like they are nothing. You haven't seen people eat chips and salsa like my family does. Anyway, so the salsa, if I stick with mild to medium heat on the salsa, I'm okay. But if I go mild to more spicy and I throw in jalapenos in my salsa or on my nachos, guaranteed I'm going to flash. And it's not going to be in the middle of the night. It's going to happen about an hour later. The spiciness triggers my hot flashes faster than the alcohol and the coffee. So those are my triggers outside of menopause. So I'm able to regulate my hot flashes that are due to menopause by my essential oils and essential oil infused supplements. But when I throw in those other 3 triggers, and when I throw in margaritas and Mexican food together, whoo, watch out. So those, I'm gonna have flashes anyway, regardless of whether or not my hormones are regulated. Those are gonna trigger hot flashes. It's not that the oils and supplements aren't working, it's just that those are chemicals or products that I'm putting in my body that my body is reacting to naturally. So there you have it. But I'm only going to live one life. I'm going to enjoy it, so I'm not going to cut out my wine. I'm not going to cut out my margaritas. I'm sure as hell not going to cut out my Mexican food, and I'm not going to cut out coffee, even though I can take it or leave it. I still like it, so I drink it. So there you have it. Hope you'd enjoyed this. And if you'd like to reach out to me, my contact information is in the blog. I would love to help you get those hormones balanced.